Okay, so hello and welcome. This is kind of strange. I'm making what's called a vlog. I've been seeing this on a couple of other blogs that I read, and the reason I got kind of interested, I've been meaning to do it for a while, but it's kind of a nice way to see the people whose blogs you read, their faces and their voices. But I have something specific that's been going on with me for a while that I decided to talk about rather than write about, only because it's something that's really making me feel very stuck in my life. And I thought maybe talking it out would be a better way for me to really just let go of it. I'm looking down a lot because I have Isabella down here with me, and so if I look down a lot, it's just because she's a cheeky monkey and she's real cute. Anyway, I noticed that the blogs, or excuse me, the vlogs that I've been watching recently are very wonderful and filled with light and love, and unfortunately this isn't going to be one of those. So if you're looking for tea parties in the park, you may want to visit some other blog right now, and I apologize for that, but I'm going to kind of rant actually for a little while, and I think it's going to feel good. So what's going on? Well, let me just put a little disclaimer first and say I so get that we all have things to be grateful for, and I feel incredibly blessed. I am healthy. I have an amazing husband and a daughter that I look at every single day, and I still can't believe that she's here. So please know before I start doing this that I do count my blessings. But I'll just premise it also by saying that I was born in July, which makes me a Cancer, or moonchild as I prefer. And one of the traits of moonchildren we're very much about the home and about family, and I certainly fall under that category when it comes to my sign. I am all about my home being a sanctuary. It's the place where I feel most comfortable, and when that's out of balance, honestly, my entire world kind of feels out of balance. And my situation for the past few years, and especially very, very recently, is such that my home is someplace that I'm just not happy in anymore. And it's, like I say, it's causing me to feel stuck. So I'm going to rant about that for a while, and we'll see where it goes. This is the history of my current situation. I live in an apartment building. I've been here for going on 12 years now. I live in an area of Los Angeles that's a little more bohemian, a little more colorful, a little more artistic, lots of hills and trees, and I really fell in love with this area when I first came to this part of Los Angeles. My apartment itself was a really happy place for a really long time. I have an amazing view of the Hollywood sign and Griffith Observatory. There's lots of natural light here. When I first moved into this building, it was kind of a little artist community. We had everybody that lived here was in arts in some form. We had our neighbor designed fetish wear. We had a professor living here who taught courses on women's studies. She was a poet. We had painters downstairs. And it was just kind of a nice place to be. We had lots of trees. Jimmy planted an avocado tree years ago that was just lovely. We had the woman that owned the building was also an artist, and she was amazing. And this building actually is a rent-control building as well. So the really big plus was that she never raised the rent in something like 25 years. So let's just go ahead and say that we don't pay a lot of money to live here. So there's that. Totally have that going for us here. A couple of years ago, somebody bought the building, and they did it specifically for investment reasons. It was a business transaction for them, which I understand. But life since then has been a little not as pleasant here. And even more recently, lately, which I'm about to get to. I know the easy answer is to move, and honestly, my husband and I have been looking for a house for, I think, the last 6 years now. We just couldn't afford. We didn't want to get into a $4,000 mortgage here in Los Angeles, nor, quite frankly, could we. Of course, the market's changing now, so there's that. But really, you know, we've been pretty happy here, except for the fact now that our building's falling apart. But that's another story. Our current landlord. Well, if I'm in a rant, let me just say this. He's a goddamn son of a bitch who thinks he's a big old bag and just basically a major asshole. I mean, bless him, and may all good things come his way. He renovated each unit when he bought the building, except for ours, because we were the only ones who didn't move, which we should have in hindsight. But he took our used to be cute, artistic, bohemian building and turned it into a project from Home Depot. There was a lot of construction at the time. When the construction started, I just found out I was pregnant with Isabella. I used to, it would get so loud here some days, and I've written about this on my blog, and there's pictures and there's stuff, and I won't get into a lot of that here, but there would be days where I would live in our bedroom. I would pack up a cooler full of fruits and yogurt and cheese and food for the day, take my laptop, couple movies, and live in the bedroom, because it was that bad. So living here has become like camping, which is great big fun when, you know, it's your home. And it just never got better. The construction never really went away. When they were renovating the downstairs unit, they took one of the major supporting beams out, and so we've got this wonderful sag going on in the middle of our living room. Our front door doesn't close right anymore. Our furniture kind of leans forward, and it's just great big fun all around. The rains are always the good part lately, is because we've been having leaking. And with each rain, the leaks just get worse and worse and worse. Last weekend it rained, and it literally started raining inside of our apartment. I have a video. Maybe I'll splice it in so you can see what it looks like. Which is what it is. Everybody has probably gone through leaking every now and again. This is probably about the 8th time it's happened to us. First time, one of our rooms actually caved in and destroyed a lot of our things. And his crew has been trying to fix it for over a year now. Apparently they can't ever find the source of the problem. I had a really, something that meant a lot to me get stuck in one of the leaks, and that was kind of the last straw. I kind of broke down and cried and cried and cried for a long time that morning. Some of you may, it's a picture of my 2 great aunts, and it was the original photograph, and it got left on the countertop, which is actually my fault. But I just didn't think that our ceiling was going to open up and water start flowing through, so I take full responsibility. However, lately we've been, well, let me just say, we've had the housing department involved. We've had cases. I've been documenting stuff for the last 2 years. I'm tired, and I'm done, and I want to just be happy in my home, and I'm trying to figure that part out.